Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing really well. Now, I know that I had put up a poll on my Instagram account. For those of you who don't know my Instagram account, my handle is at the rate of Alyssa Mendonsa Makeup, so you can follow me there. So yeah, I did put up a poll on my Instagram account asking you guys whether you want to see a tutorial or a review, and a lot of y'all voted for a tutorial. Now I'm here to tell you that I'm not doing a tutorial today, and I'm not even doing a review video. I'm doing something a little different, and I just feel like I did a lot of tutorials and reviews for like pretty much the majority of last year, and I will be doing those this year as well, but I just want to switch things up a little bit and kind of do some other things. I need to push myself a little more and find out other things to kind of do and film. And because there are other things that I do with my makeup, I just don't really get down to filming it, and I want to do more of that. So yeah, so today's video is going to be about something called a project pan. Now let me explain what a project pan is. So first of all, a project pan, or rather hitting pan, is a term that is used in the makeup scene to which is like to indicate that you've used a lot of that product, or you are someone who is kind of targeting finishing that product. Actually, no, it's not targeting finishing the product, but that's indicative of you having used a product a lot, or it kind of represent a product that you kind of reach for time and again. So let me just give you an example. So this is my LA Girl HD pressed powder, and I've already hit pan on this. So you can see the little silver base here. That's called a pan. So usually pans are what your powder products would be set in, or maybe even a cream product. And so yeah, this is okay. Yeah, so this is what basically hitting pan means. And if you're someone who's finished up the entire product, then it's kind of, I think the terminology used is empties, or they, how people do the monthly empties thing. So yeah, like having something that's an empty, like I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, so that's just what it kind of means. That's where the terminology comes from. Now I kind of went like I've realized that I have a lot of makeup, and I also am somebody who likes buying a lot of makeup because I love experimenting and I love trying new formulations and textures, and I'm always doing research and that kind of thing. And obviously over the years, with this hobby and passion of mine, is I have quite a bit of makeup. Now my makeup collection is not like crazy, but it's definitely a lot for one person for sure. And I just felt like I started to feel like very overwhelmed, and I just want to kind of come up with a way to ensure that I use what I have, and also make sure that I'm using up the products that I'm spending all this money on. And not to say that I don't, because I have a system where I have a little basket and I select products like from each category, say a blush, foundation, concealer, and I kind of create like the products I want to use for that week. So that kind of ensures that I rotate through my entire collection, which I have been doing. But I think sometimes what happens is you end up using only the products that you kind of reach for on a regular basis. I don't know, it's sounding weird, but even though I'm saying I go through the entire collection, it still tends to happen where you kind of favor some over the others, right? So I actually had the intention of going through my entire collection and pulling out the products that are not cruelty free. So that is one of the targets here in this project pan for me, that I'm only doing product like using up the products that are not cruelty free from my collection. And in the last year or so, I've been pretty aware of the products that I buy. I only try to buy products that are completely cruelty free. And I also feel like, I don't want to be a part of a system, or part of like, I don't want to support companies that support animal testing, because it is a very, very cruel and painful thing. For those of you who've seen any of the PETA videos on that, you will know how bad that is. So I just want to be a part of something like that. And this is just my way of, this is just something I want to do for myself. And it's just, I just want to I just want to kind of take out as many products from my collection that aren't cruelty free and have them out of the way. And I'm aiming to go completely cruelty free with my makeup by 2019 Jan, at least. That's the target. Now I went through my entire collection, and okay, before I get into that, I just want to say how I got so inspired. So yeah, I was feeling all of this anxiety and was feeling a bit overwhelmed. And I think like the universe heard me, because I was on YouTube one day, and it's not like I searched for these kind of videos, but I kind of saw a Project Pan video, like, on the recommended list, and I hit it, and it was the it was a video by this YouTube channel called Too Much Tash. It's a girl. I can't really remember her name, but she goes by the YouTube name Too Much Tash, and she did a whole project pan. I think she did one for the whole of last year or something. But I kind of watched that video and it really resonated with me. It really made me realize that, oh yeah, this is exactly what I was looking for, and this is exactly something I want to be doing, and kind of gave me a direction in which I should go. So yeah, she really did a very in-depth um like an in-depth version of her project pan. Like she actually, like, spoke about how many users she got from each product, and how much money she paid for it, and how many, like, cents per user. Like she did some crazy like breakdown there, and I really, like, I respect her for that, because it takes, I know how much effort it takes. So, and when I say I know, I'm going to tell you why. So I actually when I started cataloging my the collection, like the products that aren't cruelty free, I got so inspired, and so, like, I got so carried away, and so, like, I don't know, I just had like this fire in me. So I kind of listed every single product that I have, whether it's cruelty free or not cruelty free. And there are some products which are 50-50, which means like I couldn't find any clear information whether they were or weren't cruelty free. So I listed out everything, and it literally took me 3 days. I was awake till like almost 6-7 in the morning every day, just cataloging the entire thing. And I made like a number of, like, columns. So I did like type of product, which would be like your formulation, foundation, concealer, this and that. Then the product name, whether they're cruelty free, not cruelty free, are they a palette, how many shades. Like I did a whole thing, and it's a lot of makeup. So it's really already given me such a, like, clear idea of what I have, how much I have. And I also did like a column of, favorites and things that I kind of like, and that sort of thing. So it already showed me what are the things that I reach for the most, what are the colors that I usually go for, and it's already giving me an idea of what I don't want to be spending my money on in the future. Now, so today, so that I was just inspired by all of this, and I listed about, from my collection of products that aren't cruelty free, I listed 60 products, of which I've given away 7, and I've like thrown 2 in the trash because they were really old. So there are 9 products out of the 60 that are not in the collection anymore from the non-cruelty free products, and that leaves me with about 51 products to kind of use up. So I want to use these 51 over the period of a year and try and finish them as much as possible, or use them up as much as possible by Jan 2019. And I kind of initially thought, oh, I'm only going to do like, I'm just going to use them all up within the span of a year and then do an update at the end of the year. But as I kind of went along, I realized that no, I want to kind of do like divide this whole this project into 3 parts, where I'll be doing like, how do I describe it? Yeah, 3 quarters, right? Yeah, so 4 months, 4 months, 4 months. So that's the whole year. So 3 sets of 4 months, and I've selected the products based on just my full glam routine. So this, I'm wearing every product that I've selected in my little box here. I'm gonna get to that in a bit. So I'm wearing all the products on my face, and I'm gonna just talk you through what the brands are that aren't cruelty free. If I don't, I'm not gonna constantly say this brand is not cruelty free, this brand is not cruelty free. I mean, this whole video is about brands that aren't cruelty free. So once I speak about the brand, you're gonna know that it's not a cruelty free brand. I'm not here to bash any of these brands up, because I have in the past enjoyed using these products, and I really love some of the makeup that's in here. But it's really unfortunate that they're not cruelty free. So all I'm trying to say here is that I would like to encourage these big companies to take a more graceful step, like in the right direction, a more ethical direction. And for those of you who are watching, this is just my choice. I'm not here to try and tell you what to do. This is my personal choice to do this for myself, and I just want to do it because I feel better doing it. Okay, so yeah, so let's just get into it. I don't know if I'm going to try and go about the collection, like the products that I've selected in accordance to like the what do you call, the steps of my routine that I have. So let me just get into it. So the first product that I have is is an oil control lotion from MAC. And this was something that I actually didn't even buy. I just want to say also that I think from my entire collection, about 90% of it is completely cruelty free. So I'm really happy about that. So this is like the remaining 10% that I don't know, it's not even 10% to be honest. I mean, I'm going to give you the dirt on this. I have close to 400 and 70 products, and this is like taking every little thing. Okay, so that's a lot. So this is not bad at all. 60 products from 400 and something is not bad at all. So so yeah, I mean 51 from that whole 460, you know, that's not bad. So yeah, so this is the MAC oil control lotion. I want to get rid of this. Like I want to use up as much as I can so that I have it out of the way by next year. And this is something I didn't even buy. This is something that was given to me when I was at a red carpet event, and I think MAC was sponsoring the entire event and doing the makeup for all the people and stuff. So that was something that was there. The next product that I have are a couple of foundations, and these are the Maybelline. Okay, where are the foundations gone? Ah, here they are. So yeah, so I have a couple of foundations. These are the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless foundations, and I have three, but I've selected just these two shades for this collection. So I have a number 310 and 330. 310 is Sun Beige, which is actually my shade, and if you want to see what that looks like, it's like this. And 310 is Toffee Caramel. I kind of picked it up in case I wanted to do, like in case I got a bit of a tan, then to mix the two shades and things like that. So yeah, I'm including this, and I plan on using this as a bronzer, like how you would use a liquid bronzer or a cream bronzer. So I'm using Toffee Caramel like that. That's how I plan on using it. Also, this is a product that I've already used, so I know it's looking full here, but there's actually, I think, close to half product, like a half a level of product. Let me try and see if I can see how much there is in here. I mean, I can't really tell, it's too like dark in there, but yeah, so I've already used up a bit, maybe not half, but maybe close to half of it. So I know that I'm going to finish this up this year for sure. Yeah, so these two are out of the way. These are two foundations. Also, I just want you guys to know that I have picked up products that I already have a lot of usage on them. Like I already have gone through maybe like halfway or something like that, because when you, like, from whatever I watched, like the research and stuff, it's better to start off with products that you've already been using or that already have good use out of them. It's just a little bit more motivational, and I think if you're learning how to do this project plan, it gives you a better idea of how to go about it later on. So when you do a project which has products that maybe you have not touched like more than twice or thrice, you'll have a better, like you'll have a better expectation, I guess, you know, for yourself, because you can get a bit disheartened. So I'm just gonna give myself, I'm not saying it's the easy way out, but I'm just taking it like one step at a time. So I'm starting off a little, I would say, easy. I mean, 32 products is quite a bit, but I would say choosing products that I've already been using is a way to start. Okay, next we have the concealers. So I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealers in the shade Neutralizer. I mean, one is a neutralizer and one is a brightener. So one is a yellow based and one is like a peachy pink base, and I've already used like about 50% of this. You can see that here, and this is brand new, so I'm just started using that. I'm mixing these two in. This is very yellow for me, so I try to mix these two in. So yeah, so Maybelline is another brand after MAC, and after MAC, that is not a cruelty free brand. And I also have another product from Maybelline, which is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 25 medium. I'm already like nearing the end of this. As you can see, you can kind of see it's getting all transparent on the inside. And yeah, I just have a little bit more to use, so I'm trying to finish that up. Next I have, let me just see what else. Okay, next I have these two MAC paint pots, and this is in the shade Soft Ochre and Groundwork. I'm not particularly fond of the MAC paint pots anyway. I just find them very, very drying on my lids. I know a lot of people have raved about them, and if it works for you, that's great, but it hasn't really worked for me a lot. So I generally don't reach for this very much. But it's not like I haven't used it at all. So you can see there's quite a bit of a dent in there already. And I used it in the beginning and then I stopped. So it's that sort of a thing. So both of them have a dent in there. I just want to show you how much product is in there so that we can, I guess when I do a update, you can gauge, you know, before and after. So yeah, so this also has a bit of a dent in there. This is Groundwork for, you know, when you want to do a little more smoky or sort of a deeper eye. I use this a bit. So I want to use these much as possible this year and can finish them. Next I have the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights. Now these are quite old actually, but they're not yet expired. They expired this year, like in, what's it in? October. So I'm trying to finish these up as much as possible. I had 3 of them. I had the pink lights, the peach lights, and the bear lights, and I never used to reach for the pink lights. I've given that away. That's gone in the giveaway pile. And I have peach lights with me and bear lights with me. This is what it looks like, and I generally reach for these quite a bit. Like, I use these 2 colors the most from the 3 of them that I had earlier. I'm just going to do a very like light swatch to show you what this looks like. It's a really natural sort of finish on the skin, and I really wish this was a non-cruelty free, I wish this was a cruelty free product, because Revlon is not a cruelty free brand. So you can see it just adds a very like beautiful, like natural sort of glow. So maybe someday, hopefully, Revlon will go cruelty free, and I may be able to buy this again. I don't know. But yeah, I've used that on like underneath the powder that I've applied on top. So when my foundation is still wet, I kind of highlighted with all of that with the Revlon. Next, I'm going to show you the cream blushes that I have. So I actually have, wait, am I missing? Yeah, no, that's about it. So next I want to talk about actually bronzer. Yeah, that's my next. Oh no, sorry. My bad, guys. Sorry. The next thing I want to talk about are my setting powders. So I have 2. I have one loose powder, and this is the COTY AIRSPUN loose powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. Now, like I said, I haven't bought a single product, like not a single, I haven't bought for a good year or so, I haven't bought products that aren't cruelty free. And for some reason, and I don't know how I missed this, I was so excited, I guess, and I don't know why, but I bought this, and this is not a cruelty free product. I think I just assumed that this would be a cruelty free product, and it's not. It's the COTY AIRSPUN loose face powder, and you get so much of it. It's like 65 grams. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, but I'm going to try. And I have 2 of these. I have the naturally neutral and also this translucent extra coverage one. So this is a loose powder, so I'm going to be using this mostly under the eyes and things like that. And then I took out one of the, this is something that I kind of depotted. This is the L'Oreal True Match face powder, press powder, which is in the shade Warm Chord, and it's like a very yellow toned setting powder. It's a press powder, and I've used this quite a bit in the past, so it does have a bit of a dent. I don't know if the camera is picking up on that, but yeah, I've depotted that, and I've kind of kept it in a Z palette of mine to use up. And yeah, okay, so the next thing I would use is a bronzer. So I have 2 bronzers with me. One is the Hoola Benefit bronzer, and I do really love this. I just wish that Benefit was cruelty free, but they aren't. So this is something that I didn't buy also. This is something that was given to me in the Makeup by Mario masterclass that I did in New York sometime last year. So it's fairly new, and I know that I will be able to I know that I will use this like in the project pan quite a bit, because I quite like the color. It's such a universal and beautiful color, I think. So yeah, that's my target from the bronzer section. And I have one more bronzer, which is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Mineral Beads, like the pearls. So I have quite a few of them in there. I mean, it's quite full, like, you know, but I love this color. It's such a gorgeous shade. It's just like this, I can't describe it. It's so beautiful. So definitely want to get more use out of these 2 for sure. And like I said, like, I mean, I don't know if I said this, but I selected the products based on like how I would do my entire face. So I kind of chose them step by step, like, okay, what's the first thing I'm going to start off, and then I found a product to tally with that, you know. So that's how I came up with the box of what I want to use up in this first 4 months. Okay, next we have some cream blusher. I have the Maybelline Dream Touch blush in the shade 04 and 05. Now 04, and I haven't used these a lot, but 04 for some reason seems to have, like, I don't know whether it fell or what, but it's kind of bunched up on one side, if you can see. So actually it's not like I used up anything, it's just, and it's not spoiled. I know it's not spoiled, but it's just like gathered up in one corner. I don't know why. So yeah, I just want to try and use these up more. And this is number 5, and that's looking pretty good. So yeah, I'm just trying to get more use out of these. I generally use all of these on the face. Any cream products or liquid products I use before I apply the powder. So these will go on before I apply my powder blush, because you know, when you apply a powder blush on a cream, it's going to set and it's going to last much longer. Then I chose 2 powder blushes. I have the Maybelline Cheeky Glow powder blush in the shade Creamy Cinnamon, and it's this really cute little thing. But yeah, and I do use this quite a bit. Actually, I reach for it quite a bit. So yeah, I want to try and get more use out of this and try and hit pan on that. And the next shade that I have is Apricot Kiss from L'Oreal. It's something that I already depanned or depotted, if you want to say that. Let me just grab it. It's in a Z palette here. So it's this shade, and actually I didn't realize how, like, I think it's a, these are like a dupe for one another because they're exactly the same. Like, let me just show you guys. I didn't realize at the time, but now I do. I would say the Maybelline is just a tad lighter, just a like a tad lighter, and this is Apricot Kiss. So they're very very close together in terms of the shade and stuff. But I just want to get more use out of them, and this L'Oreal one is a pretty massive pan, so hopefully I'll be able to get close to hitting pan on this. The next thing that I have is let me see. Okay, the next thing that I have, I'm just going to talk about some eye products now. So I have this eyeshadow palette from MAC, and this is the Amber Luxe Velux Pearl Fusion Shadow. And yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 shades in this, and this is also fairly new. I mean, it's like fairly new in the sense I've not really used it at all actually. So so I want to try using these up as well. And I used the really pale shade over here as a highlighter, powder highlighter on my face, because I didn't have a powder highlighter in this category. So I used that on top. So it looks really nice, but not cruelty free again, so that's unfortunate. The next thing that I have is I have a couple of shadows. One is a cream based eyeshadow from Shiseido, and this is in the shade OR313. It's like a kind of nudie champagne shade, really pretty. And I have used it before. When I initially got it, I used it quite a bit, so you can see there's a bit of a dent there. So definitely want to get more use out of this. And I picked this because I felt I had only that one palette, which is a powder based palette. So you know, it's nice to use a cream product and then use a powder on top so that it kind of sticks in place. I then have this L'Oreal what is it? The L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Eternal Black number 14, and it's just this really gorgeous glittery black. It's really nice if you're doing a smoky eye and want a glossy finish, but I haven't really used it too much, even though I like how it wears and it's beautiful. But yeah, I want to try and get more use out of this by the end of, by next year. And yeah, again, L'Oreal is not a cruelty free brand, so that's again unfortunate. Cool. The next thing that I want to talk about is some eye pencils. So I initially chose 4 eye pencils, but I kind of took out one, and the one that I actually have on my eyes is the MAC Smolder eye pencil. Now I know a lot of women are a huge fan, women or men are a huge fan of the MAC Smolder eye pencil, but I just didn't like it because I don't know, my eyes are very hooded, but I know, like, I have my eyelids fold a lot, so a lot of the black keeps getting deposited on the top. So as soon as I used it, it just transferred everywhere, and I just find it messy, and it's not something that kind of, it's just very creamy. So if you're someone who wants to do a very smoky eye, it's a good one to go for if you want. But and the whole point of this video is that it's not a cruelty free brand, so that's another downer. But yeah, just for someone who wants to know. So yeah, I kind of decided to give that away as well. I didn't like the MAC Smolder pencil, and I just didn't feel like I was going to reach for it enough. It's been with me now since, and I didn't buy it, by the way. I was given that at the makeup masterclass as well. So yeah, I kind of got rid of that. The next one that I have is another pencil by MAC called Designer Purple. It's a really pretty glittery purple pencil. I don't know if I can show you what it looks like. It's kind of just a little bit patchy and dry at the moment. Like, it's a little old. But yeah, I don't know if the camera is big. So it's just a little pretty purple eyeliner. And I haven't really used it much. I just tried using it on the bottom lash line today, and it's okay. So I want to try and get more like use out of this. The next one that I have is the Revlon. I don't know what the name of the entire product is, but it's from Revlon, and it's this black waterproof eye pencil that I've used so much. It's already almost on its way out, and I have used quite a few of these in the past, so I know that I'll definitely be finishing this product in this project pan. Maybe not this, but within the year for sure. So definitely want to get that out of the way. And then I have this what is this? This is an eye pencil, another waterproof one from NYC, and it is in the shade Smoky Plum. Now I really love this color, and I've used it so much, especially when I do very bold looks and very smoky looks. I generally am someone who doesn't like to use black on the waterline, like, except for within the top lash line maybe, but I generally use this on the bottom or a brown, and I generally prefer using deeper like verging on black of other colors, so like a really deep blue or a really deep green or a really almost verging on black, you know, because I just feel like a black sometimes looks too stark on me. So yeah, this is like a bit of a bummer to let go of and use up, but I just want to I just want to I might have to find a dupe for this or something. So let's see if that happens. But yeah, I just want to get use out of that. Next, I'm going to be talking about I have a gel eyeliner here, and this is from YSL. This is what it looks like. It's pretty much like never been used. I mean, I've used it like twice or thrice at the most. So yeah, it's this really deep red green, which is really pretty. And I just want to get more use out of that. And also the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara, which is also something I didn't buy, which is actually given to me at the Makeup by Mario Masterclass. So want to get rid of, I mean, use this up and finish it as much as possible, like as soon as possible. Then I have a couple of, actually I have, how many lip products? One, two, I think I have 3 lip products in total. Let me just double check on that. But the first one I have is actually already over. It's the Chanel lipstick in the shade Rouge. Oh, no, sorry. It's the Chanel Rouge Coco Shine lip gloss stick, and it's in the shade 61 Bon Hill. And it's already over. Like I am trying to like roll this up, but it's the product's already like reached like the bottom, but it's not completely empty. So that's what I'm targeting. I'm actually trying to get this into the empties list, and you know, use a brush, and I'm just dipping my finger in there or a brush and then applying it on the lips. So I want to kind of actually completely finish this out from the case. The next thing that I have is the Maybelline Nude Nuance Matte Lipstick, and I've already used this a lot in the past, and it's already kind of halfway through. So yeah, this is a shade I go to very often if I want to deepen up a lip that I'm doing, or especially when I do like if I have an event in the evening and all. I just like this shade a lot. Let me just swatch it and show you. It's a really like a it's a deep brown, but it's like a reddish brown, which I really, really love. So I have to find a dupe for that as well, because I really use this shade a lot. The next thing that I have is a lip pencil from Bourjois Paris. And this is also like kind of similar actually to the lip color I just showed you from Maybelline. So you can see that this is the lip pencil right here. So yeah, I have to, I mean, I use that a lot, so I know that I will kind of use it throughout the year and use it up. So that's one on the list. Then I have, I said I have another lipstick, right? So just give me a minute. I have a collection of my lipsticks in like this little box here, and everything has been depotted. Yeah, so everything is depotted. Anything that has black on the box are products that are not cruelty free. But as of now, the one shade that I selected to kind of finish up from the depotted thing is a Maybelline shade in the name True Toffee, and it's this one right here. It looks like that. So yeah, this is a great way if you want to like, if you don't have enough like storage space, you can just depot everything and put them in these little pill boxes and store them in one like big container, because sometimes these pill boxes, they don't seem to shut. So just to, you know, ensure that the makeup doesn't get spoiled, I kind of set them in like this just for your reference. So yeah, so I definitely want to use up that Maybelline shade as well. I thought I had a 4th color. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's it. Those are like 3 lipsticks and 1 lip pencil. And then the last couple of things that I have is the MAC Prep and Prime spray. I'm already like almost kind of nearing its end. It's almost nearing its end, I mean. And so I know I'll finish that up for sure. And okay, this is a miniature sized Bioderma bottle. Now this bottle was already empty, but I have I think I have the big size bottle from Bioderma, the makeup remover, the micellar water, and that's already like at this much. Like if this is the bottle, for example, then it's already nearing its end, just exactly like this. Like it's nearing the end, like the MAC Prep and Prime spray. So I kind of transferred some of that product in here. Yeah, so I just transfer some of that product in here to you. So it's, look, this is not the full size bottle. The full size bottle is in my bathroom at the minute. So yeah, I hope I've covered everything, and I hope you guys get inspired to try out something like this. Take baby steps, try out, you know, try doing a project pan with products you already use a lot from your entire collection. And I've already learned so much. I'm already realizing that there are shades that I don't really ever reach for, and I've made a list of all the products that I think I'm going to buy and why I should not buy them and all of that. So yeah, And shout out to Too Much Tash for just inspiring me to do this, and I will link her channel below. She's really something. So thank you guys for watching. Lots of love, and see you in the next one. Ciao.